We may be lost, but we're making great time. That old joke makes me laugh, but it also hits uncomfortably close to home. Because how often do we find ourselves working hard and not really getting anywhere? Well, in this episode, I want to tell you about a saying that I taught my children as they grew up that captures the essence of success. Work hard doing the next right thing. Hey, it's Larry Witzel here with another ministry insight from SermonView. If it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you'll find this inspiring, educational, and affirming to you wherever and however you're doing ministry. When my kids were little, I wanted to instill in them a foundational truth, something I wish I had learned earlier in my own life. So every morning on the way to school, I'd randomly ask, "What's the secret of success?" And they'd yell back with all the energy of a breakfast-fueled second grader, "Work hard." That was our saying. The secret of success? Work hard. See, success doesn't start with intelligence or education or talent or connections. Those things help, but they're not the foundation. The real secret of success? Work hard. I didn't learn that early on. Growing up, my parents often told me how smart I was, and I believed them. But when I ran into something that didn't come easily, I found it all too easy to give up. I guess I'm just not smart enough to solve this, I would think. Instead of pushing through, I would back off. It wasn't until I was older that I realized the issue wasn't ability, it was mindset. And there's some research that backs this up. Psychologist Carol Dweck conducted a study with hundreds of fifth graders. Some were praised for being smart, others were praised for working hard. The results? The kids praised for more effort were more resilient. They tackled harder problems. They improved over time. But the kids praised for intelligence. They were more likely to avoid challenges and more likely to give up when things got tough. Dweck found that when we focus on effort, we build confidence and courage. But when we focus on labels like being smart, we create fear. Fear of failure, fear of not living up to expectations, fear of being found out, "I'm really not that smart." And that's why I drilled this saying into my kids, because whether you're 8 years old or 80, success begins with effort. And pastors, this matters to us too. Ministry is not easy. It's not passive. It takes grit. It takes endurance. The Apostle Paul wrote about this in Colossians 3:23. Work willingly at whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Whether you're writing a sermon or discipling a new believer or troubleshooting tech 15 minutes before the service starts, success in ministry and in life begins with working hard. But as my kids got older, I realized working hard isn't enough. You have to work hard on the right things. And that became the second layer of our saying. Once they hit middle school, I started teaching them the secret of success is to work hard doing the right things. That's about strategy and tactics. In ministry, it's not just about filling your time. It's about aligning your energy with your God-given calling. Because here's the thing. You don't want to be the person who proudly says, "We may be lost, but we're making great time." That's the trap of busyness without purpose. Leadership expert John Maxwell says it well. Activity is not necessarily accomplishment. And he's right. A McKinsey & Company study found that organizations that align their daily tasks with strategic goals are up to 3 times more likely to outperform their peers. That kind of clarity makes all the difference. So now our motto was, work hard, doing the right things. But there's one more level, because even when you know what's right, the sheer volume of what needs to be done can feel overwhelming. I feel it all the time, the paralysis of too much to do and not knowing where to start. So when my kids got to high school, we evolved our saying one final time. The secret of success is to work hard doing the next right thing. Why? Because time is linear. You can only do it one thing at a time. Delegation helps, but even delegation is a single time-bound action. When I remember this truth, it actually brings me peace. I don't have to do it all right now. I just need to do the next right thing, and then the next, and the next. That's how progress happens. One obedient, hardworking step at a time. Clinical psychologist Meg Errol, writing in Psychology Today, explains that when we're overwhelmed, focusing on the next right thing helps reduce anxiety and decision fatigue. She writes that this approach breaks down life into manageable chunks and helps us to stay grounded in the present. That's huge, especially in ministry. And it fits with Scripture too. Proverbs 16:9 says, "We can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps." Not our leaps, not our sprints. The Lord determines our steps, one step at a time. So, what's the secret of success? Work hard, doing the right thing, one step at a time, the next right thing. Over the years, I've seen the impact of this motto on my children. They both have great work ethic. My daughter pouring herself into mission and worship, my son grinding at computer games and getting up early on Saturday morning to run streaming tech at church. Sharing this saying repeatedly myself has kept it at the front of my own mind as well. And this morning, as my son left for school, I asked him that question again. What's the secret of success? Well, he rolled his eyes and said with all the monotone enthusiasm of a sleepy teenager, "Work hard doing the next right thing. Can I go to school now, Dad?" The secret of success is not about intelligence. It's not about talent. It's not about education. It's not about connections or knowledge or luck. It's not even about strategy. The secret of success is this: work hard doing the next right thing. Start with effort, add direction, and then take one faithful step at a time. That's how you build momentum. That's how you lead with purpose. And that's how God moves through you in the next right thing. Work hard doing the next right thing. If this episode encouraged you, would you take a moment to like, comment, or share it with another pastor you know? And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future insights. Thank you for your support as we grow this podcast. These days, a lot of people don't visit a church for the first time by walking through the front door. They visit online. That's why offering a live stream of your weekend service is so important. If you'd like to hear 4 compelling reasons why live streaming your worship service is one of the most powerful evangelistic tools that you have today, check out our last episode of Ministry Insights from SermonView. Whether you're a pastor, a church leader, or simply a disciple of Jesus seeking to follow him more nearly, thank you for the work that you do. God has placed you right where you are for a reason. You're not there to pass time or simply to prepare for a bigger role. God brought you to this church at this time to use your gifts and experience to make an impact right now. He's working through you. So be strong, keep up your courage, and know that God's dreams for you and your church are becoming a reality. I love you guys. I'm cheering for you. We'll see you next time.